Most of the best SUV lists online are useless. They're stuffed with $70,000 luxury models that nobody watching can actually afford. Or they're ranking vehicles based on press releases instead of what real owners experience after 100,000 miles. This list is different. I went through reliability data, owner forums, resale value reports, and repair costs to find SUVs that deliver where it matters. I'm talking SUVs that are capable, affordable, and built to last. Every single one under $45,000 used, most under $40,000 new. Today, we'll be ranking these SUVs from solid picks all the way to the one I'd buy with my own money. Stick around for number 1. It's got the most unkillable engine you've ever seen. Let's get into it. Number 10, Subaru Forester. Most people believe all-wheel drive SUVs cost extra. A lot of owners are skeptical of the hidden charges. The Forester doesn't play that game. Symmetrical AWD comes standard on every single trim, base model included. Here's the thing about Subaru. 96% of the vehicles they sold in the last decade are still on the road. That's not marketing spin, that's registrations. The Forester specifically pulls a J.D. Power reliability score of 84 out of 100, which puts it near the top of its class. It doesn't matter if it's in the snow, the rain, or on gravel, the Forester keeps going. Now, the downside is that this thing is slow. The 2.5-liter engine takes its time getting to highway speed. You're not winning any races, but if you're a dad in Minnesota who needs to get his kids to school no matter what's falling from the sky, this is the SUV that just works. The base Forester with AWD starts around $30,000. A RAV4 with comparable all-wheel drive, you're looking at $34,000 or more. Now, the next SUV on this list costs a bit more, but it feels like it belongs in a showroom twice its price. Number 9, Hyundai Palisade. I know what you're thinking. Hyundai on a best SUV list? 10 years ago, you'd be right to be skeptical, but the Palisade isn't your uncle's Sonata from 2009. This thing sits in parking lots next to Lexus GX models and BMW X5s, and honestly, it holds its own. J.D. Power gives it an 85 out of 100 for reliability. The 3.8-liter V6 puts out 291 horsepower and tows 5,000 pounds without breaking a sweat. And Hyundai backs it with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Nobody else in this segment offers that. If you've got a family of 5 or 6 and you need a third row where adults can actually sit, not just survive, this is your SUV. Imagine having a ride with full leather, ventilated seats, and premium tech, all without paying German luxury prices. That's a steal. One warning though, stay away from the 2020 models. There were fire risk recalls and windshield cracking issues in the first year. The 2022 and 2023 models sorted most of the bugs. You'll notice some wind noise at highway speeds, but that's the trade-off. A 2022 Palisade with 40,000 miles runs between $32,000 and $36,000. A comparable Lexus GX, north of $50,000. Now, the next SUV on this list won Kelley Blue's Best Buy Award 6 years in a row. I know awards don't mean much, but for this machine, they do. Number 8, Kia Telluride. When someone tells you a car has won multiple awards, the first instinct is to assume that the awards are for show, like paid marketing. Well, in this case, it's not. The Kia Telluride earned those awards because it delivers more than SUVs that cost $20,000 more. J.D. Power reliability sits at 85 out of 100. Kia backs it with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Average repair cost is about $430 a year for the first 5 years, and it tows 5,500 pounds. This is the SUV for the dad coaching his kid's soccer team. 8 seats, real ones. You can fit the whole squad plus gear and still have room for the cooler. It looks like a $60,000 vehicle. It doesn't cost like one. There's a small catch though. The doorbell molding on the 2023 to 2025 models falls off too easily. It's annoying, but fixable. Also, the V6 gets thirsty around town. Expect 19 to 20 miles per gallon in city driving. As for the pricing, the base Telluride starts around $37,500. If you're thinking that's expensive, you should know a Chevy Traverse with similar features pushes past $45,000. Number 7, Honda CR-V Hybrid. A lot of people still think hybrids are ticking time bombs. People are wary of the complicated systems, expensive repairs, and the fear that the batteries will die at 80,000 miles. Honda's been building hybrid powertrains for over 2 decades. They've had time to figure it out. The CR-V Hybrid pulls a 4.5 out of 5 on RepairPal, and repair costs sit below the segment average. The battery warranty runs 10 years or 150,000 miles too. If you're commuting 15,000 miles a year, burning through gas money, and need a compact SUV that still fits 2 kids, a dog, and a Costco run, this is the one. Fair warning though, the 2023 through 2025 models had recalls for the fuel pump and steering gearbox. Honda addressed them, but first-year refreshed models always have some bugs to shake out. CR-V Hybrid starts around $35,000. The RAV4 Hybrid with AWD, over $36,000, and you're getting 3.2 fewer inches of rear legroom. We're getting into serious value territory now. The next ride is a 3-row SUV that pulls 36 miles per gallon. That's better than most sedans on the road. Number 6. Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid. 3-row SUVs are supposed to be gas guzzlers. A lot of owners only accept the 18 miles per gallon because they need the space. That's the deal. The Grand Highlander Hybrid rewrites that deal. This is a 36 miles per gallon combined with front-wheel drive, 34 with all-wheel drive. That's sedan fuel economy in a vehicle that has 8 seats and pushes 97.5 cubic feet of cargo. More than the Sequoia, by the way. NHTSA gives it a 5-star crash rating. And it's a Toyota, so you already know what that means for long-term reliability. If you've got 3 kids and your parents visit twice a year, this is the SUV that ends the third-row complaints. Adults can actually sit back there without their knees in their chest. The trade-off, unfortunately, is that the base hybrid feels underpowered. You're pushing 4,600 pounds with 175 pound-feet of torque when you're climbing hills. The interior also isn't as refined as the Telluride or Palisade. Grand Highlander Hybrid starts around $45,000. The Hybrid Max with 362 horsepower pushes past $54,000. The Telluride doesn't even offer a hybrid option. Speaking of SUVs that deliver, the next one is on my personal radar. It's the best-selling SUV on the planet, and the numbers back up the hype. Number 5. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. The RAV4 is the best-selling SUV in America. Some people think that's just marketing. Some are even convinced Toyota's ad budget is doing the heavy lifting. It's not. Toyota moved over 475,000 RAV4s last year. More than 208,000 of those were hybrids. People don't keep buying the same vehicle year after year because of commercials. They buy it because it keeps running. The numbers tell the story. 41 miles per gallon city, 38 highway. iSeeCars data shows a 31% probability of reaching 200,000 miles. And after 5 years, it retains 69.7% of its value. Best in class. This is the SUV for anyone who wants the safe bet. Reliable, fuel efficient, holds its value when you sell it. Here's the honest take though. The gas-only RAV4 actually scores higher on long-term reliability than the hybrid. 8.5 versus 6.2 on iSeeCars. And Toyota's infotainment system? Still a step behind Honda and Hyundai. The 2026 RAV4 is now hybrid only, starting at $31,900. A comparable CR-V hybrid runs over $35,000. In the end, it boils down to preference. We're entering standout territory now. The next SUV kept its naturally aspirated V6 when everybody else chased turbochargers. There's a reason for that. Number 4. Honda Pilot. Every manufacturer seems to be chasing turbocharged 4-cylinders these days. It's like the new high in the auto world. Honda didn't take the bait. The Pilot still runs a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 with 285 horsepower. No turbo, no intercooler, no boost leaks to chase down at 90,000 miles. This engine platform has been refined for decades, and Honda V6s routinely cross 200,000 miles without major work. It's got 8 seats, tows 5,000 pounds, and if you owned a 2015 Pilot that hit 180,000 miles on nothing but oil changes and brake pads, this is the modern version of that same philosophy. The caveat, though, is that the 2023 version has had its fair share of recalls. Fuel filler issues, brake pedal concerns, steering problems. Forum owners also mention HVAC issues and infotainment glitches. It's not as bulletproof as the 2013 to 2015 era, yet. Pilot EXL runs around $45,000. A Toyota Grand Highlander Limited, over $49,000, and you're getting a Turbo 4 instead of the V6. Now, if you need something bigger than the Pilot and you've heard full-size SUVs fall apart after 100,000 miles, the next one might change your mind. Forum owners are reporting 300,000 miles and counting. Number 3. Chevrolet Tahoe. Full-size SUVs have a reputation, and it's not a good one. They are known to suck owners' pockets dry from gas alone, not to mention how they often crash and burn after 100,000 miles. The Tahoe with the 5.3-liter V8 tells a different story. This engine architecture has been running in GM trucks since the 1990s. Forum owners post odometer photos at 300,000 miles, some pushing further. J.D. Power ranks it the #1 large SUV for reliability at 83 out of 100. You're getting 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, and 8,400 pounds of towing capacity. It seats 9 people. If you've got a boat, a trailer, a big family, and in-laws who visit more than you'd like, this is the SUV that handles all of it without flinching. Here's the critical part. Stick with the 5.3-liter. The 6.2-liter V8 has a recall for connecting rod and crankshaft defects that can cause complete engine failure. Avoid it. Also, skip the air suspension on higher trims. It's been problematic. The Tahoe LS with the 5.3 starts around $58,000. A Ford Expedition XLT in the same range costs over $62,000. Toyota Sequoia, also $62,000, and it runs a turbocharged engine instead of a proven V8. All right, back to compact territory. The next SUV has been proving itself for 30 years, and there's a reason it outsells almost everything on this list. Number 2. Honda CR-V. The CR-V is boring. I mean that as a compliment. It's one of the very few SUVs with no drama, baggage, or weird warning lights at 60,000 miles. It's been America's best-selling compact SUV for over 2 decades because it just works. You buy it, you drive it, you forget about it. J.D. Power scores it between 80 and 82 out of 100 year after year. RepairPal gives it 4.5 out of 5 stars and ranks it second out of 26 compact SUVs. Owners routinely push past 200,000 miles. Plenty hit 300,000. If your time is worth more than spending weekends researching car problems online, this is the SUV for you. It's not flashy, it won't turn heads, but in 10 years, when you're still driving it without issues, that trade-off makes sense. The asterisk that you must consider is that the 1.5-liter turbo had oil dilution problems in cold climates from 2017 to 2019. Honda addressed it in newer models, but some owners still report it. The 2023 through 2025 models also had few steering rack recalls. As for the price, the CR-V EX starts around $33,000. Not too bad if you ask me. And now, number 1. This is the SUV I'd buy with my own money. Forum owners report 300,000 miles routinely. Some have even crossed 500,000 on the original drivetrain. Number 1. Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner looks expensive at first glance, but what you're actually buying is an SUV that's literally unkillable. Forum owners post odometer shots at 450,000. One guy last month showed 511,000 miles on a 2007 with the original engine and transmission. Mechanics in the comments called it the cockroach because it refuses to die. These aren't outliers, they're testimonials. IC Cars ranks the 4Runner 5th for vehicles reaching 200,000 miles. 4.1% of all 4Runners on the road have crossed that mark. J.D. Power reliability sits at 86 out of 100, and after 5 years, it holds 75% of its original value. The machine was built to take abuse and keep asking for more. If you're the kind of person who buys a vehicle to keep it forever, who's done trading in every 5 years, who wants something you can hand to your kid when they turn 16 because it'll still start every morning, this is the one. This is the SUV I'd buy with my own money. Not because it's flashy, because in 15 years, when everything else on this list has been traded in or sent to the junkyard, the 4Runner will still be running. The honest downside you've got to know is that the 5th generation models from 2010 to 2023 had rust issues. Get an undercoating if you live up north. Fuel economy is brutal too. A 2023 4Runner with 30,000 miles still commands over $42,000. New 2025 models run between $41,000 and $55,000. That's a really decent price for a beast that never dies. There can be no doubt that the 4Runner earned its spot at number 1, but every SUV I covered today earns its spot too. Which one would you buy? Drop it in the comments.